par. It's going to be a bogey for Sayri. She will drop back to 6 under. And we'll go back to the tee at 7th. And Michelle Wee with driver.
Oh, breeze from the left. That was tattooed. Maybe at the left edge of the fairway.
Plenty long, though. Wow. We're going to go back and look at Michelle's swing here at the tee. We don't get that many opportunities with the driver, but address position is really interesting. Hands a little bit behind the ball. The ball position allows her to do that, and pretty bent in her knee position. And if you look at, she braces herself against her left side. Her upper body is well behind the ball, but the knees almost give you the feeling that she's not going to let her legs move or her lower body move. There are some teachers who would have you put a beach ball between your knees to try to feel that position. But watch how little movement, how little change there was in her legs. That golf swing is very tight and compact. It is a beautiful position right there. Now she's going to transfer her weight to her left side, and she works under the ball just beautifully to a nice high finish. There have been some conversations lately that people like myself didn't like this tighter, shorter golf swing in its inception, because the swing of the young teenager was very long and very fluid. But what I think is when she made the change to that tighter swing, we'll get back to that in just a minute.
All right, this is Angela Stanford. I totally agree with you, by the way, Judy, and that one is not good. I'll be on the hillside.
You hated to see that go away, but 15-year-old. But you hated to see that go away. But as she tried to develop what is now her adult golf swing, I think when you go from long and fluid to very short and tight and compact, it is a completely different set of rhythm and tempo. And I think it has taken her a long time to have that be her MO. And I think what we're seeing in the last 6 months or so is it has finally come around. This is now her natural way to swing the club.
I totally agree, Judy. Her tempo has naturally become quicker as she has shortened up. And a lot of people have this misconception that quick tempo is not good. But the reality is you do not have to have a slow tempo. It just needs to be consistent. Nick Price on the men's side had a very quick tempo. Inbee Park has a very slow tempo, but as long as they're consistent, it can really be either way and still work. With a shorter swing, the tempo is going to be quicker.
Right.
Angela Stanford now.
Thank you. 136. Got it cleanly, nice and shallow, as she does with that flattish swing. So that keeps it from jumping too much, and that was very nicely played.
That is really well played, Jerry. 5 feet below the hole. Up to the 8th tee. Yoju Kim.
I'll tell you what, her swing reminds me a little bit of Na-Young Choi.
Well, she's a big fan of Na-Young Choi. In fact, Na-Young Choi has sort of been her role model, having grown up watching Na-Young Choi. It's hard to believe that we're kind of at that stage now where players have grown up watching Na-Young Choi. He's hardly that old.
Flag and we hit 90% west, and it carried for the whole way.
Christy Kerr with a couple clubs in hand.
What you're feeling is what you're going to commit to. I like, if it's, right?
I like this one.
Perfect. Okay, start shot.
It's not going to be a real low one.
Okay.
With that lady with the arms crossed.
Perfect. All right. Cover your shot, commit to it, okay?
Jerry, I would think the lady with the arms crossed says the target must be about halfway between the hole location and the right-hand side of the green.
I would believe so. Can't imagine anybody having their arms crossed when it's 82 degrees out here, but nonetheless, it's a beautiful day. It was great caddying there by Mark Wershing. He was starting to give her advice, sensing some indecision. She handed him a club, and he just said, all right, her decision's made up. Don't give her too much. That from 126, and a good decision.
She and Mark were having those same conversations on the practice tee as I watched her hit some tee shots. before she teed off, and she's all business when she plays golf, and he just seems to kind of fit her mold.
She's very purposeful in her practice and her warm-up routine, Judy. She loves to look at shots. As we watch Michelle Wheat, that she would face on the course. That one's going to come up short. So that'll be a disappointment for Michelle. She's looked in. Was that a wedge? Yeah. We'll be right back. Stanford.